As I pick something, I check. I will pick another thing, I check, and I check the price that I wrote down. So my friend was like, Elias, hope everything is there. I say, yes, so, it must not pass budget. Hello, everyone. My name is Elias. Welcome back to another video. So, in this video, we'll be talking about smart money habits that actually work for a college student. Of course, I understand that as college student, because me, I'm a college student. So, saving money as a college student can be can be difficult. Yes, it is difficult actually. I can relate 100%. I'm a college student too. It's hard, right? And most especially because the amount of money that we're receiving as stipend, pocket money, or income, call it whatever, it's actually small. It's not enough. We are managing. It's hard, right? But even irrespective of this, right? Having or knowing about the smart money habits is going to help you. That even though the amount of money you are receiving is not enough, you are still able to save money from them because that's why habits are important. That's why it's called habits, right? So this habit will help you to save money, and more importantly, it's also going to help you to build a solid foundation in creating future financial independence or financial stability. Before I start talking about the habits in particular, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and turn on your notification bell. So back into the video. So number one money habit is setting a goal, right? And when I'm talking about the goal, the first thing you must have in mind is that you must have a reason. You must have a purpose, right? For saving the money that you want to save or you are saving. Because if you don't have a reason for saving money, it's very, very easy for you to stop saving the money or spend the money. But when you have a reason, when you have a goal, when you have a purpose for saving the money, there are times whereby you might want to stop, but that reason pushes you, keeps you going. So having a reason for saving your money is a kind of a psychological thing here, right? And it helps you. So whatever the reason might be, just have it. It might be, you want to buy sneakers, you want to buy a laptop, you want to save for the rainy day, whatever it might be, just have a reason to save money, right? And another thing to that is that when you have a reason for saving money, you can now set a time, right? Set a time frame for saving the money. It can be 2 months, it can be a 6 months, it can be a year, it can be 2 years. But of course, you are just some of you that are watching this video, of course, maybe you are just trying to build this habit. You can start small. You don't necessarily have to say, okay, I'm saving money, I want to start with a year. No, you will not save for that year. First month, you have spent the money. I promise you, it's truth, it's the truth. It's something that I've gone through too, right? So what you want to do is that you want to start, okay, let me save out of my pocket money. It's not much, but let me save 2%. And you save it, let me save it for like the first 3 months that I receive this pocket money. You understand what I'm saying? And if your money is weekly too, you can save this money, Let me say I want to start for the first 3 weeks. So you take baby steps, before you start taking big steps. So in setting a goal, right, you want to have a purpose, you want to have a reason for saving money, right? And you also want to have a time frame for this money that you're saving. As I said before, start with baby steps. Number two now is create a budget. A lot of people have heard about budget, but a lot of people have not able to really practicalize this. There was a time I went to the shopping mall to actually get something, right? And then I wrote a list of what I wanted to buy on my phone. My friend went with me. And then my friend was like, I was looking at my phone. As I pick something, I check. I will pick another thing, I check, and I check the price that I wrote down. So my friend was like, Elias, hope everything is there. I say, yes, so, it must not pass budget. It's actually funny, but yes, right? You have a budget, right? Have a budget in terms of whatever you spend money on, right? Whether it's food, shelter, clothing, transportation, whatever it might be, or anything. Have a budget. You know how much is coming in. Of course, you know how much is coming in. That one is very obvious. And most importantly, know how much is going out. What are the things you are spending money on, right? Okay, well, I spend money on this. How much I spend money on this? How much does it cost me? Or how much do I spend on it? Write it down. Know what you are spending on, right? And then when you receive your money every month, because most times every month you receive money, I receive my own every month. It's something that I relate with. You understand what I'm saying? So when you receive this money, you write what you want to, your expenses, you write them down. You create that budget, you write the expenses out. okay, oh, food stuff, um, transportation, books. But just write them out, know them, right? And then to tell them, okay, oh, these are the important things that I have to set aside money for first out of the pocket money that I received. You understand what I'm saying? So have a budget, right? When you're going to the market, know what you want to buy. Don't overbuy, right? You stick to your budget. These are habits that it might not be easy, but then it's something that can be that can be built, that can be worked on, and then it can be achieved. So have a budget, know what you're spending, and then you'll be good to go. Number three is automatic withdrawals. Well, this one is actually optional, sha, but it can really help you. So, for instance, now you can say, okay, I want to save 10% of my money, right? And the remaining 90% is on expenses. Let me just put it as simple as that. So in your bank app or whatever app you are using, you set it there. So as the money is entering automatically, right? If the money is being disbursed to wherever it wants to go to. So if you are saved 10%, save 10%, but the remaining 90% is there, right? Or maybe you have also put, okay, oh, the remaining 90%, this money will go to books, this money will go to transportation, everything just you just deduct everything automatically. So you are able to settle down whether you like it or not, and then you know what you're even remaining money to do without automatic withdrawals. You understand? So it can be 10/90, it can be 20/80, it can be 30/70. You understand? Now what this means is that 10% savings, 90% expenses, 20% savings, 80% expenses, 30% savings, 70% expenses. You get what I'm saying? Number four is school materials. As I said before, I'm a student and can relate to this too. Student school materials, it sucks money sometimes, right? Especially if you don't receive extra money to buy these materials and they need them urgently. Or even though you receive money for them, you can keep that money. And this is the act. You have seniors, right, that have gone before you. They probably bought past questions too. They bought textbooks or whatever materials that you want to use, they have used them already. But now they passed that level, they passed where you are now. So they probably didn't be telling you. It's probably maybe in their wardrobe or sitting somewhere I do or they put it somewhere there because they don't need it again. You go and meet them, you ask them, please, can I get the past question for this course? Can I get this material for this course? I need the have give it to you. But I don't know, most people are just shy, they don't know why. Because me, that what I did. I got past question for my senior. So you do the same thing. So you go to your seniors, you ask them for past questions, you ask them for materials. And there's sometimes that some of these materials are digital, like in form of PDF. You get them, you can get them, use them. So that's basically an idea, right? And that way you can save money too. This material, these past questions, get them from people that have used them and you pass your level. You don't need to pick it, you get it from there. That's another way to save money, right? Try it out. Number five is now avoiding debt as much as you can. Please avoid debt. I borrowed money and to pay it back, it was not easy. So I know a lot of people to have borrowed money too, but avoid money as much as you can. Don't borrow with your debt. And the reason why this is annoying and stressful is because when you collect your money, right, you have borrowed money. By the time you remove the money you have borrowed, the money that is left is not even enough to cover up what you need. So you end up borrowing again. It's almost like a cycle that is not ending. So please don't borrow unless you don't have any choice, like unless you don't have any choice. Or if you have a plan of returning it, like okay, oh, this extra money is coming from somewhere, okay, I need this money urgently, and then you have a plan of returning that money, that's a can borrow. But if it's something that I can do without, like you do, please don't borrow, please don't include debt. Debt is not good. Like debt does not give you peace of mind. No matter how small the money is, anytime you see that person you bring it to your friend, you borrow, then you see that your friend, then that's what will come to your mind first. And you can even start avoiding your friend if you don't have the money. So you don't want all that. So please avoid debt as much as possible. These are the little habits that you need to help you to save money. And now to talk about some essential things that student I would need, like some needs, right? That will really help us in saving money. Number one is food, right? Of course, you cannot do without food. Food is very, very essential. So how you can save money on food is that you try to cook as much as you can, right? Of course, there's sometimes probably during exams where you don't really have much time to cook, right? And then you have to go and eat outside. But eating outside is far more expensive than cooking. I know you know this, I know this. So you try as much as possible to cook your own meal instead of buying food outside. And food is very expensive. expensive. Eating outside is expensive, quite expensive. So cooking your food inside can save you some money. Number two is shelter, right? You want to get accommodation, it's quite expensive, or maybe you can afford it. But then, what if you get a roommate and you are two instead of one, instead of you alone carrying the whole burden of paying the money? If you are two, you can just split the money. And that's one thing a lot of students actually do. Sha. So you can actually save money on that too by having a roommate. Yeah, you can save money. So you have a roommate. Of course, it's not in the situation whereby it's not to the extent that you're not gonna be two, three, four, that is now inconvenient for you. Probably get one roommate, two roommate, or whatever, and then you guys can split the money amongst yourselves. So the burden is not one person, it's shared amongst you and the roommate. So you can actually save money on that. So another one is clothing, right? Clothing is actually important. So you can't do without clothing. You need to wear clothing, right? So how you can save money on clothing is you get thrift wears, right? Clothes that have been used before but can be rebought, right? You can consider that option. There are some people that wear thrift clothing and you would think is brand new clothes that they are wearing. There's a way that you package it. So yeah, you can look into that and that's actually also saving. Another part also can be transportation. Another can save money on transportation is either you get hostel within the school, and some people live outside the school, right? Some people live outside the school. So if you're able to get hostel within the school, you can save money on transportation. Or yes, checkable, you check, right? You can also save money on that. These are the little things, right? These are the little things that now come together and helps you. You're not just building an habit, but habits that help you to save money. Yeah. So as I said in the beginning of the video, it might be quite hard as a student because of the amount of money I save in the future. But when we understand these smart habits, they can help us in saving money. And not just saving money too, in helping to build foundation for future financial independence and financial stability. When you have an habit, when you have built an habit, when you have built this smart habit I've talked about, it does not just leave you, right? It goes on with you. So yeah, that's basically it. As a student is what I'm actually tried applying to my life. Of course, I've seen the results, it's been quite good. So it's something you can also do too. And you don't necessarily have to, when you start and you fail, you don't need to beat yourself hard, you don't need to, feel bad. No, 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 no. Try it. That's how habits are built, right? It doesn't happen once. You keep on trying. If you fail, try again, right? And take baby steps, very, very important. And please, if you have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop my next video. See you guys in the next one.